Season 6 is finally here, and I am pumped! We've got a whole lot to unpack. All courtesy of our beloved sponsors, Engimo, Osnews, and our new partner in Powerhouse, Alpha Acta.
That's right, Scotty. Alpha Acta has come to shake things up in the arena with their heavily modified minigun. And let me tell you, Mini is doing some serious heavy lifting here, because this beast is anything but small.
Pin it up, aim and let it rain.
But my personal favorite this season? The CB01, a lever-action marksman's rifle that hits like a truck.
And for the light build enthusiasts, say hello to your brand new tactical assault rifle. Fast-firing and rocking coupled mags for quick swaps in the heat of battle.
And if you want to sharpen those skills, Alpha Acta's got you covered. Introducing their latest training bot, now in the practice range, with a more lifelike look and movement. We've also revamped our seasonal progression, which is now live across all your favorite modes. Quick Cash, Power Shift, Terminal Attack, and yes, even Team Deathmatch.
That's right, TDM fans. And we're not just bringing it back, we're expanding it. Team Deathmatch is now available in Fortune Stadium, Seoul, and Las Vegas, as well as Horizon, Skyway Stadium, and Kyoto. Keep an eye out for even more mayhem, folks, thanks to our beloved sponsor Via for making it happen.
Via? It was CNS.
And moving on, for those who love the limelight, Streamer Mode is here. Plus, you can now mix, match, and design your own custom outfits. Name your creations and swap them on the fly. Also, the contestant flow has been given a massive update, including a new body type variant for the heavy, an expanded store, and a fresh battle pass.
So, new weapons? Check. New features? Check. New progression? Check. But what's a fresh season without talking about the arena, Scotty?
You said it, June. Thanks to our virtual architects, the Las Vegas arena has been reimagined with a fresh look and new ways to shake up the action.
But we're not done yet. Power Shift is expanding across even more arenas. New strategies, new routes, same high-stakes glory. And let's not forget private matches and spectator mode improvements. Now it's easier than ever to fine-tune your competitive experience.
And a heads up for the most competitive contestants out there. Our first ever major is coming in Season 8. The stakes higher than ever. Stay sharp, keep the cash flowing, and watch for more details in the coming months.
Season 6 is locked, loaded, and ready to blow the roof off. We'll see you out there, contestants.
the powerhouses, the big splash, and finally, the live wires. It's happening, folks. Don't blink.
Greetings! Today, contestants will navigate a maze of digital marvels and glitches as they compete for fame and fortune.
The live wires are cracking open Vault 1.
Got the cash box?
The live wires swoop up a cash box.
Our teams have now formally introduced themselves as we've got our first elimination of the match.
Hold on to your Azult bucket hats, brought to you by Azult.
Fashionable and practical, love those hats.
Cash out started by the live wires.
Relocating! Watch out! Over here! Going over there!
We've hit our first team wipe and it's a showstopper.
What a way to open the match. The live wires land the first cash out. The live wires are powering through, opening Vault 2.
Our contestants better not get caught lazing around. It's time for them to move those virtual feet or face the consequences thanks to a laser high above.
The live wires swooped up a cash box. Smoke out! Racers event is still active, so our contestants need to keep moving to avoid going out like a light. Cash out launched by the live wires. Watch closely.
Glitchy surprise set! Glitch trap deployed! Charge set! Planting explosive! Throwing smoke!
Another washout for the big splash. Tough times mold by.
Doing things up!
The big splash are back in action. The live wires really breezed through this match. They lit up the game with their energy. Congratulations to our rising stars. wires. And finally, the live wires. The stage is set. It's showtime. In quick cash, it's all about the rush for riches. The team that gathers enough cash first will seal the win.
Right you are, Scotty. Time to turn up the heat in this thrilling cash quest.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the tough shells.
We've got our first elimination. Now the mind games and strategic plays will really start to take center stage.
That's the finals for you, folks.
Exactly. And it's all to show anything. The first team wipe is in and the arena is buzzing.
The tough shells picked up a cash box. The tough shells have kicked off the action. First cash out is active. The retros are re-engaging.
I'm reloading.
Land the first cash out.
It seems that they're almost unbreakable. A contestant is on a roll, people. They're moving from one elimination to the next.
Tough plays from the tough shells. Cash out underway. And finally, the steamrollers. Watch closely, folks. They're ready. Let's go. Welcome to Quick Cash. Our contestants will need to gather the cash faster than the rest. If they hit the goal first, they can bask in glory.
That's right, Scotty. This is going to be a nail-biter.
The mighty are ready to peel into Vault 1.
Exactly, and it's why we love this show. Anything can happen. Throw a grenade.
steamrollers take charge. First cash out triggered. The steamrollers have returned to the arena. Impressive steal by the mighty.
Steal on beat.
Now that's how you play to win this game show.
Spotted an enemy.
Impressive steal by the live wires. Our first cash out goes to the live wires. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
Really showcasing their capacity.
Target ball 2.
The steamrollers roll on, and they're opening vault 2.
Glitch trap deployed. Deploying turret.
The steamrollers swooped up a cash box. Team wipe for the live wires.
They sure got zapped. Cash box in our hands. They got
Back in action. Enemy over there.
Nobody swooped up a cash box. The live wires are re-entering the arena.
retaliation is coming. The steamrollers need to stay on track.
Strong moves from the mighty as they set things in motion. I guess that cash out isn't going anywhere. Nice anti-theft play. Another shocking wipeout for the live wires. Nice interception. We've got the live wires returning to the arena.
Things could get out of hand if they meet the steamrollers. steamrollers again.
Impressive steal by the steamrollers. The steamrollers once they get going, and they've just cashed out. A vault just spawned. Let's see who takes a crack at it first.
Agreed.
The steamrollers are unrolling Vault 3. The live wires just can't keep the current flowing. One more team wipe. The steamrollers swooped up a cash box.
Charge the cash out, C.
Gotcha.
The live wires have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back. Cash out set in motion by the steamrollers. We just passed the halfway point, and I'm really impressed with the team so far, June.
That's for sure, Scotty. Keep your eyes glued on this epic battle.
The mighty are back in action.
Placing a turret.
Who's ready to roll? Looks like the steamrollers could be in for a bumpy ride.
Victory. Their unmatched pace powered them to the top. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. overdogs, the socialites, and finally, the mighty. It's happening, folks. Don't blink.
Absolutely, the real game begins now. Eyes on the arena, everyone. We've hit our first team wipe, and it's a showstopper.
Socialites have been wiped out.
The socialites have returned to the arena.
Time for some revenge. The overdogs better be ready for a fight.
Grenade out.
Placing an explosive.
The overdogs have made the opening move. First cash out underway.
Go for a steal on B.
A contestant is on a roll, people. They're moving from one elimination to the next.
The overdogs will need to try again. Team white. The overdogs have returned to the arena.
Go! I'm reviving.
Whoa! Rapid fire takedowns. A contestant in the overdogs just wiped out several opponents in one go. Impressive steal by the socialites. The mighty are back in action. What a way to open the match. The socialites land the first cash out.
Now that's how to make an entrance.
Agreed.
Another team wipe for the overdogs. They're off their game today.
They lost the sense of victory that time.
White.
The overdogs are rising to the challenge. They're opening ball two. The socialites swooped up a cash box. That cash box was up for grabs for mere seconds, and the overdogs fetched it.
Enemy has a cash box.
Jump pad ready. A cash box now belongs to the socialites. Ah, they just love that spotlight.
Watch out! There!
Cash out C, let's
The
go.
socialites kick things off with precision. Cash out initiated.
I'm going down there. Gotcha. Danger at cash out C. One down.
Moving! Follow me! Throw some go!
The mighty are down again. Another team-wide misfortune.
Scotty, someone looking for their might.
Lights out. Let's get airborne. Going for a steal on C now.
Enemy gun.
Cash out in the back for the overdogs.
The overdogs are really playing as a team right now. Admirable effort.
Danger at vault 3.
Taking them. Let's go.
The overdogs swooped up a cash box. And a cash box has a new carrier. It's with the socialites now. The overdogs stumble again. Another team wipe. Making it look easy, the socialites start a cash out. We just passed the halfway point, and I'm really impressed with the team so far, June.
That's for sure, Scotty. Keep your eyes open on this epic battle.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Attack on A.
Weapon set.
mixed, polished strategy with high society pace to grab the win. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching.
Well, hello there. It's me, June. You've made quite the impression on our sponsors with your performance. They're asking you to sign a sponsorship deal. Pick one sponsor and support them all season long. Earn fans to unlock their exclusive gear. Gotta run. It's showtime.
The boundless. And finally, the steamrollers. The stage is set. It's showtime. Zipline time. In quick cash, it's all about the rush for riches. The team that gathers enough cash first will seal the win.
Affirmative.
Right you are, Scotty. Time to turn up the heat in this thrilling cash quest.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the steam.
We've got our first elimination. Now the mind games and strategic plays will really start to take center stage.
That's right, June. I'm so excited right now. I didn't even hear what you said.
Contagious, Scotty. Let's see where this energy takes us.
Gas grenade out. One less enemy. Throwing reloading.
The steamrollers swooped up a cash box.
We got me. Guardian turret active. Hit.
The first team wipe is in and the arena is buzzing.
Reloading. Steamroller. Total. Replay.
The steamrollers have returned to the arena.
Move! On cash box 1!
The ultra rare swooped up a cash box.
Reloading line! Reshape!
The steamrollers have turned up the heat and rolled back into the fight.
Aye. Enemy over there.
Cash out launched by the ultra rares.
Deploying turret.
Impressive steal by the steamrollers.
Two grenades hit. Getting you back up.
The Boundless will need to reboot. Team wiped. The Boundless are re-entering the arena.
Retaliation is coming. Steamrollers need to stay on the
What a way to open the match. The Ultra...
Reload.
Zipline up.
Open vault 2! Acknowledge! Jump zone here!
The Steamrollers roll on, and they're opening Vault 2.
And that's the end of the Mega Damage event.
Back in action! Enemy over there!
The Ultra Rares will have to polish their strategy from the sidelines. Team wipe.
I'm sure they're hoping those wipes will be few and far between.
Cash out set in motion by the Steamrollers.
I'm reloading! One down! Swapping stuff out.
The Boundless are back and ready to avenge that team wipe. Cash out confiscated by the Ultra Rares.
Okay, let's go!
I guess that cash out isn't going anywhere. Nice anti-theft play.
Throwing some good! Smoke alert!
A sizzling victory for the Ultra Rares in that match. Well done. And with that, we'll see you next time at the Finals. The jet setters, the live wires, and finally, the mighty. Watch closely, folks. They're ready. Welcome to Quick Cash. Our contestants will need to gather the cash faster than the rest. If they hit the goal first, they can bask in glory.
That's right, Scotty. This is going to be a nail-biter.
The live wires are cracking open Vault 1.
Here we go, Scotty. The teams are getting to know each other out there. And by that I mean we have our first elimination.
This might get crazier than I expected.
A little crazy, let's see how this unfolds.
The mighty swooped up a cash box.
A devastating first team wipe just occurred.
The jet setters are re-engaging.
Retaliation is on the cards. The mighty will need eyes in the back of their heads.
The mighty show strength and start the first cash out of this round. Impressive steal by the jet setters.
Ah, that was so well played.
Impressive steal by the mighty.
Wow, that was a bold play.
We've got the jet setters returning to the arena.
Fully recharged, I see. Could be back.
Impressive steal by the live wires. The jet setters just made their return to the arena.
I bet they feel unstoppable. If I were the mighty, I'd watch my back.
Got that one. Frag grenade.
Throwing goo grenade.
Strong moves from the mighty as they set things in motion.
Great cloud out. Honey, I'm home.
Enemy spotted up there!
Let's get airborne.
Dangerous cash out A.
Back in action.
Jet setters cruising short again. Team down. The jet setters are entering the arena.
Ooh, things are about to get shocking.
The mighty completed a vault just spawned. Let's see who takes a crack at it first.
Goo grenade out. Goo grenade out. Smoke them.
Taking damage.
The jet setters are starting to soar. They're unlocking Vault 3.
Reviving here.
I'm back.
Got a contestant.
The jet setters swooped up a cash box.
Moving.
A contestant is collecting eliminations one after another.
Back in action. I'm reloading.
Much obliged! Thanks! Much obliged!
Relocating.
Thanks, friend!
I'm going for that zip line.
Clear the runway. The jet setters have launched a cash out.
Going things up. Throwing smoke. Throwing goo grenade.
Half Another nosedive for the Jet Setters. Team wiped. The Jet Setters have returned to the arena.
Go to mine!
Throwing some goo! Illuminate that! Black cloud out!
The mighty muscled their way to the top in the match. And with that, we'll see you next time at the finals. Boundless, the High Notes, and finally, the Socialites. All eyes on the arena. It's go time. Prepare for a whirlwind cash dash in Quick Cash. The team that secures a big enough stash first will triumph.
Right on the money, Scotty. Speed is key.
The Boundless breakthrough, opening Vault 1. The Boundless got hold of a cash box.
Contestant down, and with that we have our first elimination of the match.
And not even a polite hello before they got started.
Well, Scotty, sometimes actions speak louder than words.
Out underway. The Boundless kick things off.
Reloading.
The match has its first team wipe, and it's one for the books.
The High Notes are re-entering the arena. Vault 2 is being opened, courtesy of the Boundless. The Boundless picked up a cash box. The Boundless will need to try again. Team White. The High Notes got the cash box. Watch out, launched by the high notes.
Reloading.
We lost some steel by the boundless.
Will there be consequences, Scotty?
The socialites are back in play.
Opportunity for retaliation, I say. Will it be backlash for the boundless?
Deploying jump pad. Smoked out.
Incoming flashbang. Cross goose. Smoke line. Smoke over there.
Hop on up.
And there we have it. The boundless were fastest to bank the funds and will walk away victorious. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at